Hi everyone, I'm Tam, and we're back with another motivational talk. Spend your time on the right people. Spend your time on the right people. There's a lot of individuals you may not want to interact with. However, you have to. For example, could be for someone from your job, like a coworker who's kind of like rude and just like a goofball. I mean, sometimes he is forgivable. Sometimes he's kind of like just a pain in the butt. Perhaps you're working in an IT help desk position, and one of your users, contacts you like once per week with something kind of innocuous or something like that. So it's kind of irritating and not really kind of worth your time. So those type of people where it's kind of a part of your job, so to speak, kind of like your responsibilities and duties that you are rewarded for with financial payment. Then there isn't much you can do about it. Besides, like I guess, keep a healthy distance just in case just in case things may escalate. You have enough distance to let things kind of cool off. However, for other people in your life, like that you can definitely kind of do something about. For example, like I guess your friend is kind of like toxic now. He's kind of like I guess hurting himself and dragging you down with him, or a family member is kind of like being abusive or kind of just a kind of a pain to be around and not really positive. Those you can definitely do more with. You can definitely establish some baselines, some kind of boundaries, and if it gets too far, you just kind of just like move on from people like that. Um, because those type of people are in your life probably because not really because of your choice, so to speak. Perhaps you were just kind of born into a family, and some people may not work out for you, or you grew up with a bunch of friends, and now people have kind of different interests. So circumstances, kind of people that you know because of I guess acquaintances, kind of circumstances, your environment, etc. So not really your own kind of I guess a proactive I guess choice. So these type of individuals you could definitely like I guess you could definitely do more with, no doubt. Because when you spend time on the wrong person, you lose spending time on the right person. You can't it's not you can't be there for everybody like at the same time. It's not gonna work out. And you have to kind of realize that your time may not be as well spent on certain people compared to other people who in return give you like more I guess fulfillment and kind of joy than what you're getting right now from a certain somebody else. Each person has only X amount of seconds per day, and like unless unless it's your job to kind of like be around toxic people and hopefully pull them out of it. Voluntarily being around toxic people, kind of just for like I guess for the fun of it, so to speak, or whatever else, is really gonna hurt you in the long run. Because as I said, you lose time that you could have spent on the right people who actually want to push you further, and you have a kind of synergy who want to do things and fulfill their dreams. Likewise, push you towards yours and so on. You lose time that you could have spent with them, and by not spending time with them, they'll probably just move on from you. So you actually will lose them. At some point you will definitely lose them because you no longer are in touch with them, so to speak, metaphorically, like literally, etc. They just move on to a different cities and so on. So you lose touch with them, and now you're kind of just stuck with the I guess a wrong crowd, so to speak. People who don't give you the same kind of like love and affection, so to speak, energy. And it's kind of like I guess a kind of downward spiral there because once you start to lose those type of people, you kind of just stuck with this kind of like a negative kind of zone. And unless you are super motivated to pull yourself out of this, you probably will kind of just succumb to this, and then you kind of just like going with the tide, with the current, and before you know it, 5, 10 years gone out of your life, and you kind of just regret having spent those time with people who you know deep down inside, people who you know deep down inside are not really valuing your time as much as other people definitely can, and don't really give you the same level of fulfillment.